Need healing. Need healing. Need healing. Need healing. Need healing. Need healing.
Lambeo is not for beginners. Lambeo's kit is one of the most versatile yet in Path of Titans. Want to play as a medic that rushes in to heal your team? You can do that. Want to return to your ancestral roots as a water-dwelling creature along with its Arco bros? You can do that. Want to try your hand at combat only to realize you've suddenly developed a fear of aloes? You can absolutely do that. I spent quite some time running around trying to familiarize myself with the support herbivore, and now I present to you a few tips and tricks for the lamb, so you don't end up as lamb chops. Did you know you could use shove ability to close gaps to your target, or use it to dodge an attack? The shove is really nice for trying to dodge attacks. Shove carries your momentum for some time, so running and shoving gives you a big boost forward at the cost of a little stamina. You can also do a shove plus kick combo, or if you're feeling spicy, a running shove plus upright kick just as the animation ends. This combo deals a total of 80 damage when done right, which is great for picking off targets and hit and runs. Lambeo's main shtick is its vocal abilities, and after playing around with all three, I found myself constantly gravitating towards the survival calls. Let me explain why. Lambeo has terrible maneuverability by default. It turns like a truck with half of its tires busted and flat. Now with the Hustler ability, you and your group gain 20% increased trot speed for 5 minutes. Which sounds alright, but I found that it also helps with your overall turning. Here's a comparison with and without the Hustler buff. Just look at those tight donuts. And yes, you do turn even better while upright with the buff up as well. And the cherry on top, the cooldown is exactly as long as the entire buff duration, meaning you can have this buff constantly up. Next, slow digestion.
Right here. All your needs will be met.
I'm hungry!
In a minute!
A straightforward buff, 30% decreased water and food drain. While unassuming at first, this ties quite well with the fact that Lambeo has an amazing heal rate. If you did not know, heal rate is directly tied to food and water levels. Having low food or water means you would heal much slowly.
What the hell is even that?
So having high food and water for longer periods lets you heal much faster when needed. This is Lambeo's trump card in my opinion. Its main purpose is to keep you and your team alive, although you can use it to vibe with the Sarcos if you wanted. Just chilling, vibing with these Sarcos. I think that's it. Casually walk away. It's a 2-minute buff that gives everyone in your group 90% damage reduction. The caveat being they can't deal damage for that entire duration, but it won't stop your team from trying to attack anyway. You do know you can't deal damage, right? While you have the guiding beacon.
A few minutes later.
Well, pretty much all of them died. This is an excellent panic button, assuming they can take the Q and run. But most of the time, they end up staying and flailing their attacks, thinking they just received the powers of a god by being nearly unkillable. Move away! Run! Oh, it's got a heal, okay. But here's where this ability starts to fall apart. Status effect damage. Guiding Beacon may make you shrug off raw damage like a Walmart Anodonto, but it absolutely does nothing against status effects like Bleed and Bone Break. In the hands of an idiot, this ability can do more harm than good. Like myself. I think I did more harm than good there. But hey, at least you and your teammates can safely drink without fear of getting chomped by Sarcos.
Need healing. Need healing. Need healing. Need healing. Need healing. Need healing. Need healing.
Healing Calls. Primal Men gives a massive boost to your heal rate, which is usable even in combat. This ability has saved me at least once against a very angry Dasp and a Kilo pair. I should still have my Primal Men. Gonna pop that. There we go. There we go. Made it out. It allows you to almost heal back your entire health over the course of 20 seconds. That is until you run up against bleeders. Bleed has the nifty effect of stopping heals. Once you're gushing Kool-Aid, you won't heal until the bleeding stops. Rejuvenating Call, a nice little ability that halves any status debuff timer, which I found was pretty useful on bone breaks.
Hello darkness, my old friend.
The calls for when you want to do a violence on people. Admittedly, I have used these the least, mostly because the buffs don't last long enough to use for myself. Where combat calls truly shine is when you're in a group. Pop the combat buff and watch your friend go rabid and decimate your enemies. Also, when I use this, it feels awkward popping all 3 calls one at a time as your enemy waits around.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Tail attack. This used to be Lambeo's bread and butter, but it has since received a 50% damage nerf and was given a 4-second cooldown. Now, I find that running the back kick is a subpar replacement for this. Armored Tail gives Lambeo a whopping 95% damage reduction on the tail. This includes status effect damage as well. I highly recommend using this if you do decide to do away with the tail attack. Matchups. I think I'm gonna die here. Starting with the not so favorable ones. If you haven't developed a fear of aloes yet as a Lambeo, you soon will. And here are a couple reasons why. Aloe dishes out more damage than Lambeo. Aloe is tankier than a Lambeo. Aloe is as fast and can be faster than a Lambeo. What makes it even worse for Lambeo is that in the recent patch, they gave Aloe a massive buff to its bleed attacks. A single hatchet bite deals enough bleed to negate your mending ability, basically leaving you dripping in Kool-Aid for the entire fight. Now, some might say that Lambeo can't hold its own against this monster. To that I say, there are a few other common matchups for Lambeo, such as versus Pycnos and Sucos. On those, I'll leave you with these clips to decide. Oh boy, here we go. I'll keep this going. Ooh, big damage. Ah! Ooh. Big damage. Big damage. Big damage. Ooh. Oh shit! That's a lot of damage. I'm pretty sure I can out-tank this guy. Oh, if it does charge, I'm screwed. It's gonna charge. Ooh. There you go. I should be able to hold my own against this guy. It's gonna trade. There we go. There we go. Dead. Okay. No. We got a player. Oh shit. Stuck there? I'll beat you up. Oh boy. Good luck with that.
No thanks, I choose life.
Next, Dasps. Surprisingly, in a 1v1, a Dasp versus Lambeo fight can be a 50-50 depending on the build. While it's true that Dasp deals obscene amounts of raw damage and bone break, it is also the same weight class as a Lambeo, meaning you can slap it around with 100 damage using your rodeo kick just the same as the next schmuck around your weight class. If you do have healing calls, I find that popping Primal Mend when you're low allows you to basically out-tank a Dasp, since it has nothing in its kit that can stop your heals. Also, Bone Break is negated quite a bit by your Rejuvenating Call. And now, for matchups heavily in favor of Lambeo, Conkas and Achilles. Throughout my play session, I probably killed more Conkas and Achilles than I can count. I didn't have to use more than 3% of my brain to fight off these little rats. Lambeo with Rodeo Kick deals enough punch to put them in their place. Gotcha. Idiot. And it was even hilarious sniping a few of them with the shove and upright kick combo from time to time. So in summary, Lambeo does pretty well against anything that weighs the same and below. It struggles in punching up against chunkier opponents like Alos and Sukos, but that's where a group comes in. Lambeo is meant to be played in a group. Now, I'm not saying that it isn't viable as a solo, but I am saying that it's much funnier running around in a Lambeo herd. One lamb runs the guiding beacon while the other runs healing calls, allows the herd to laugh in the face of danger. Until one of them gets their bones broken to smithereens. Lambeo's kit has so much variety and versatility to it that you can pretty much play however you want. but knowing all the nuances will take some time and skill to get used to. So don't expect to be immediately good with Lambeo. For me, lamb is probably my favorite herbivore now due to how complex its kit is. I hope you've gotten something out of this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. Huh? Oh,